live here on YouTube. So let me first tell a little bit in Serbian so that people know what's going on.
Yeah.
Znači, ja, all right. Sada ćemo ovde imati live emisiju Radost života. Obično se na Instagramu nalazimo, ali evo sada u ovom slučaju smo ovde na YouTubeu i u ovoj emisiji mi govorimo o temama, to jest istinitim pričama ljudi oko nas, čije možda profile i pratimo i jako su radosni, jako su veseli, kao da su otkrili neku tajnu života i pitamo se kako to njima tako dobro ide, kako su oni tako veseli, šta se dešava, šta je iza te priče. Tako da, eto, ovde pokušavamo da odgovorimo na takve neka pitanja i da vidite da smo svi mi zapravo normalni ljudi, da svi imamo neku priču iza svega što vama prikazujemo online. All right. Pošto nam je danas gost stranac, on živi trenutno u Finskoj, a inače je rodom iz Španije, onda ćemo mi danas imati ovaj live na engleskom. So let's continue in English. And welcome to this live stream. We tried it on Instagram, but it didn't work. So we're here now. It's good. Who knows? Maybe you needs to hear us. People.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, people that are not there, they're here. So today, as my guest, I have, should I say David Lopez or David Lopez? What do you prefer?
Yeah, David Lopez or David Lopez. Many people call me the same, both.
Okay, I
So
see.
everything goes.
Yeah, my friend would say, call me whatever, just like me, don't insult me.
Yeah.
So
Basically.
yeah, we have David here today with us, and we connected through my friend, I mean mutual friend, Jadranka, and I really liked what David is doing on his profile. And in this show today, and not just today, this show normally we talk about people's stories, their true life
Mm.
stories, and we follow so many Instagram accounts and we see people that are really positive, that are sharing some really influential content. And we're thinking, hey, what's going on? How do they know the secret? How do they
Mm.
shine so bright? What is wrong with me? What is going on with me? Because it's not that fun in my life. So we're trying to answer questions like that in this show. Like, is there something, is there a secret, or there is a story behind me, behind David Lopez? And so today he's here with us, and I wanted to just shortly to tell you why I liked his profile. So what I saw on his Instagram account is that he is trying to release his true self, his true essence. He's trying to connect with nature, to become part of the nature, because we're not created to be all the time behind the walls in some type of boxes. I like to say escape from the box, because we
Mhm.
go from
Totally.
box to box. And he
Yes.
goes toward nature. He goes into the cold water. He goes and walks with his dog. So that is something that truly inspired me when I saw you the first time. And I really like what you're doing. And thank you for doing the work on yourself so that you can help others. So, what could you shortly tell us about yourself right now?
Yeah, well, many things. I have been, well, everything started because in 2020, I have a hard breakup.
Mm.
Um, and that's why I start to go into the cold water. Normally, people go to the water till here, but I needed to put my head under the water in order to find peace within myself. So that's why I started to go into the water. Of course, I've been doing it for many years, but when the breakup happened, I started to go very hardcore, and I really found enlightenment through the cold water. It's something
Mhm.
that it activates my. It kind of like I feel like it touched my soul and it healed my soul. Every time I'm under the water, I feel this inner peace. It feels like coma. Feels
Mm.
like coma, but it's basically this peace, this emptiness, and this feeling that of fully present, and that's what I love, and that's how I get into this kind of state of oneness, um, and with this feeling of basically it feels always like I'm dying. Every time
Mm.
I put my head under the water, I die, and every
Mm.
time I take a breathing, I go back to life. So that's what I do every day for 4 years now.
Mm.
4 years.
Wow, yeah. Can you believe that that's how much passed, how much time passed that you've been doing that. And I saw you going under the water, and you don't just, go under for a few seconds and go out. You really stayed. I was freaking out. I'm like,
Uh,
"What? How can you stay for so long?"
yeah, there is I use some type of technique. Basically, I'm able to teach this technique to many people. It's
Mm.
basically when you are connected with this, with your warrior spirit. It's like a channel. Imagine imagine energy like will be like a channel, so you can really connect with this energy, and that's this energy empowers you. So
Mm.
basically, when I dive under the water, I first say, "Spirit of the warrior, take full control of my body right now." And then I
Mm.
go inside and I swing, and I don't feel the cold at all. I feel it feels very very easy and normal. And then I come out, and I just completely normal. And
Wow.
this is the one power that we all have, we all can have, and it's just coming by connecting with this higher power and just believe it, believe it. There is no way to cheat when you are under the water. so
Mm.
so it's like if you believe it, it happens, and it becomes like a. I feel like the water. It doesn't call me. It's just very interesting how it feels like nothing. That's why I'm
Wow.
able to dive. I dive like a 25 meters, but I think I can dive more if I practice more.
Oh, so you don't just dip yourself under, you really dive.
Yeah, also dive. I just need to have a space because those holes are very small, so there is not so much space to dive. But
Mm.
in some places I can dive.
Mm. Wow.
Yeah.
And tell me, the thing that you're doing now as a coach, was that something that you've been doing before that hard breakup, or no, or that hard breakup led you toward this? How was that?
Yeah, been already doing training people for 13 years.
Oh, okay.
Been doing classes and been doing trainings. I've never been very much into this fitness of bicep, chest. I always been into holistic training, and holistic training means use your body as a weapon, as a tool. So I've been focusing a lot into rotations because the way the body moves is through rotation. So for example, if you punch, right? So you're like this, you cross your arm to the other direction. So your body crosses like an X. And I've been developing this kind of technique from martial arts because I've been doing martial arts for many years. So I understand how the body moves. I've been doing karate when I was a child. I've also been doing Muay Thai and different, also kickboxing and stuff. And I kind of like, I've been combining the training with this martial art training of movement. And basically, we are very disconnected from our hips. So, for example, our shoulder, when you rotate the shoulder, the hips also rotate at the same time. It just go into different directions. And in this fitness industry, we all are being disconnected. Because, for example, we are sitting all the time, and every time that we are sitting, our hips disconnect from our upper body. And then we go to the gym, and people separate legs from upper body, and they do isolation exercise. And the way I train the body is more as a whole unit, um, specifically in rotating the body, so doing body rotations, improving the posture, and strengthening the joints. Because the thing is about the joint is that it's our pillars. The joints are the things that is the most important part of the body, like the knees, the ankles, the neck. So that's why I put a lot of emphasis in those joints, because when we are in our pillars, when we have strong pillars, then we start to feel safe inside of our body. And when we feel safe in our body, we feel confident. So that's how the body affects into the mind.
It makes sense. Yes. So
And
what
of
do
course,
you
I start to go even harder when I was having the breakup, because I I was having the hope to come back with her. So I needed to stay strong and to be confident and to be in my power. So every time what I was doing is just improving my posture, releasing my anger, all this guiltiness, all this shame, expressing all my feelings and emotions through the training, the fighting. And then from that place, I was able to empower myself through the ice cold water and through all those techniques to to be able to face her and to be in my power, and trying to get her back.
Mm. So what happened there? How the breakup happened? Will you share that with us?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, first my mother died 7 years ago from cancer. Then I met my girlfriend like a year after that happened. She was like an angel for me. We really connect from the first time. Um, and yeah, I always been wanting to be free. I always wanted to be. I never wanted to be in a long-term relationship, but it just happened. I really fall in love with her, and we were 5 years together. I was all the time trying to build something with her because we were training together. We were sharing all these passions and all these hobbies. We were we were all the time like playing, and we were
Mm.
playing and training all the time together. And that's exactly how we fall in love with each other, because she was very enthusiastic about training. She liked training a lot. She was also doing martial arts and everything. So we were basically training all the time and improving ourselves. And through her, I learned a lot. And yeah, I tried to do something with her, to do a business, but she didn't trust me that much. And that time, I wasn't that like now. I was very, I wasn't honest. I was lying a lot. I was trying to be in a relationship, but at the same time to have my freedom. I was like a very childish. Um, I had this double model of yeah, I want a relationship, but at the same time I want freedom. I want relationship, and it was very like in somehow I was feeling like okay, I love this girl. I want to be with her, but I still also want to live because there were a lot of things that I wanted to still experience, like traveling to other places, do whatever I want, have an adventures, have a different romance. So I was like 27 when we started, I think, or 28. Um, I was just feeling like I really want to live my life. I was doing exactly what I love. I was doing my training, my classes, everything was going well. I was very popular. I got a lot of attention all the time. So I was just like, yeah, I want this, but this and this and this. So I was like very playing somehow in a way. I cheated on her. She found it out. She never been trusting me fully because I have this, woman have their sixth sense and they know when a man is not full honest or full authentic. So I wasn't honest. I was lying a lot and sometimes I was like, where were you? I was like maybe partying with some friend and there were some girls or something. And I know we just like was with this guy and we went to here, and she knew that I was lying because woman has this kind of sixth sense and we were very connected to each other. We were having very strong bonds. So she knew it. She knew it. And I was trying to deny it all the time. But no, this is not true. And she was a bit like feeling like she was a bit like feeling like crazy. Like, okay, am I crazy? Are you really trying saying the truth? And I was making her very confused. We were together 5 years. Then I cheated on her, and then she found it out. Somehow I was feeling like I wanted her to find it out. Somehow I felt like I also tried to do a business with her, and she wasn't that interested to do it with me. And for me, it was all about that. I wanted to create something with her, to melt with the relationship, and to really create something from there. Um, but yeah, I think that she didn't want because she didn't trust me, and that's why she wasn't fully committed to that kind of dream because she didn't trust me. And then she said, "Okay, this is over. That's it." And just when that happened, I wake up. I wake up. I wake up very strongly, and I try my best to get it back. I try like my really best. I cannot blame her for anything. She did her best, but I blame myself for everything. I didn't want to live anymore. I feel very guilty and I have a lot of shame for everything I did, all those behaviors. Um, I blame myself. I punish myself all the time for everything, and it was very hard to forgive myself. And that's how That's why I started to go very hard into the cold water, because it was like a way of dying,
Mm.
way of dying. Of course, I didn't try to kill myself, but I was pushing my limit till there. And of course, I had my dog, so my dog was there, always worried
Mm.
if I'm okay. Every time I was going under the water, my dog was like crying, like
Oh.
trying to. He was scared. Uh, so I always, I think that that's one of the reasons why I cannot survive for this break, because I really didn't have any hope except from my dog. You know,
Mm.
I felt like I'm done with life. I'm done.
Oh. And very
uh,
interestingly, that dog came from her, right?
yeah, yeah. She gave it to me as a birthday present. I don't
Mm.
know how or why, because it was something very unusual from her to say, "Oh, I'm gonna buy you a dog." And like, eh? I
Yeah.
felt like the universe was talking through her or something.
Yes.
But she came in
Mm.
the one of the worst moments, and I'm very grateful that her name is Nala. That Nala is here. Um, she really encouraged me to live life again, and try again, and laugh again, and live again,
Mm.
and find the joy for living.
It's interesting how your girlfriend came in a moment while you were still grieving your mom, and
Mm.
then the dog stayed while you were still grieving your girlfriend.
Yeah,
So
totally.
that's interesting that I think that God somehow sent you her and then the dog, because I don't know if that was actually that she was sent not only to be there as a comfort to you, but also so that you can go through that phase that you
Hmm.
went of getting her confused, you being confused, because when you get someone confused, that's actually you you're confused, and
Exactly.
then
Exactly.
yeah, and then
Didn't
you
know
just
what I
spread
want.
it. Mm. And then once you, as you said, once you lost her, it was like a slam on your cheek, a pretty hard one, and then that pushed you towards something good. So that's
Yeah.
that's the thing, that our troubles actually really push us towards something good, and they, I don't know what would we do without trouble times in our life. I think that we learn the best from that. Just like a
Yeah.
child, you tell them, no, don't touch the fire, don't touch the fire. But I remember myself, as a little girl, I would take a candle and I would, test the limit, see if I
Hmm.
can, and then I was like, okay, I can't touch the flame like this. Then on the top you can feel the pressure, and then the sudden heat. And then I discovered, the the fast movement, how it goes through the flame, and I really liked that. So but anyhow, I needed that experience. So I think that's how we learn the best.
I guess I always wanted to learn from a place of good instead of always
Mm.
crashing with the wall very hard, very, very hard, always. Ah, but
Mm.
I guess that everything has to happen in that way, I guess. I don't know. I also feel like I had a choice, I have a
Yeah.
choice. I knew that I was in a moment where I could choose, and
Mm.
then I choose this. I choose this. I remember just before happened. I remember before 2020, we went to Berlin together. There were this massive New Year party, and I'm not a scared person. I don't get scared easily. I was very scared there because people people were throwing those how you call this?
Crackers, firecrackers,
Yeah,
or
yeah. They were
yeah,
throwing to
uh-huh.
the people. So they were coming to the face like.
Oh my
So it wasn't
goodness.
going up; it was going towards the people. Um, and everything was like that everywhere, and people
Wow.
were running around like it was so much people. It was in Berlin, and that was the 2020. And
Mm,
I came back. I was like, kind of like, what the fuck is happening? I felt my body. There was something going on. Mm, something was going on. The energy
mm,
was so strong. And then I cheated on her, and then she found it in the text. I could have deleted the text and everything, and I didn't. I kind of like it. Kind of like I did that somehow, or some higher self, or some part of me
mm,
did
mm.
it somehow. And it's very interesting how I could feel that we have a choice. We have a choice.
Mm. Yeah.
We have a choice. So
Mm,
no everything needs to be to crash with the car fully.
mm,
I think that we can also grow from love and from
definitely.
a place of good.
That is true. I totally agree with that. That not everything needs to be learned through pain. Yes, yes, but also when things like that happen, and we, like you and me, we both lost our mothers. That is something that we couldn't, affect. We couldn't control.
Mm,
That wasn't our choice. And also, it happened to me. It happened. I don't know about you. Was it that fast? But I think it was. Really fast. She was ripped out of my life. But even when things like that happen, if we would just learn to stay still, and try to learn from that experience, and just let ourselves to feel everything that is going on in that moment, and then just to have that thought somewhere that it will pass, that it can't stay like that forever, and that I don't really like that. You have to move on, or the pain will fade away. So that is not true. We only
mhm.
learn how to live with that, and we
Exactly.
become new selves. In We just gain a new identity, and for me, for example, that what happened to her, it pushed me. It was like you had that wake up call. This was a wake up call for me too, like, hey,
Mm,
don't wait anymore. Just do your live shows, and finish what you started about live coaching and mental health coaching, and just share. You don't hide it away. Don't
exactly.
be silent.
Speak your truth. Speak your truth.
Speak your truth. Very important. Yes.
Totally.
So I would say, it seems to me like, yes, you've been working with people before, but this time when this happened to you, and when you started going toward cold water and everything else, about posture and everything else that you did, that is actually the time when you discovered that you would like to help people transform, and find their wilderness inside of them. Is that right?
Yeah, basically, this is the something that I've been realizing by going through hardcore into these kind of limits and pushing my limits is that basically we all have this toughness and this resilience in our body. That's how we've been surviving for thousands and thousands of years, and that's not only for men. This is also for women, like everyone. We have this resilience in our DNA, and okay, a way to explain it is, for example, if you have a dog, for example, if you have a wolf, and then you take the wolf and then you give some food. So what happens in the moment that you give food to the animal, you are preventing the animal from his instinct. Now the animal is only it only depend on you to get food. So he doesn't rely on his own instincts to be able to find the food by itself. So basically, you by giving food to the animal, you disconnect the animal from his habitat, and the animal become a domesticate. So, for example, you can exchange food for behavior. So, if you behave well, I give you food. If you don't behave well, I don't give you food. So, this is the way that society domesticate us all as a punishment and reward. If you do everything well, since our parents, our school, the society we live in that is being through our family, our friends. So we all been programmed to domesticate each other. So if we behave well, there is a reward, and if we don't, there is a punishment. So all those things have been bringing us into this connection, first from ourselves and from our surroundings. So first is disconnect from ourselves, from our truth, from our instincts, because for example, sexuality, we are all sexual beings. If we classify humans like an animal, we are the most sexual animal in the planet Earth. We are the only animal which is able to have to have sex even during the menstruation, and that's something that no animal does this. Every time that a female is menstruating, they are not having sex. But in the moment that humans does those things. So through Christianity, through socialization, through our society, the thing that has been shaping us the most is our sexuality. And our sexuality is our creative energy. So when we are in touch with our feminine and masculine energy, and we are in balance with those energy, we are able to create everything from the inside. When we are connected to our body, to our instinct, at the same time, we are connected to our sexuality, because sexuality and animal instinct goes hand by hand. There is no rationality in sexuality. It's all about the body. It's all about the feelings, the emotions, the instincts, intuition. And that's what I've been realizing, that the more I push myself, the more I get in touch with this instinct. And it kind of like I feel like it changed my DNA somehow. Every time I go into the cold water, it kind of bring me into this kind of resilience, because, for example, this is something that, for example, again, it's easy to imagine when when you have a dog. So, for example, if a wolf, you've been feeding it for many years, and now you stop feeding him and put it into the forest, maybe he has like 80% of, maybe he will die, 80% he will die. But there is always some percentage, because it's in the DNA, that when there is a struggle for this wolf, when there is struggles, then it comes this survival instinct. And then the survival instinct takes over. And then we start to guide him towards hunting, and how to hunt, and how to get the prey, because it doesn't have a choice. He needs to survive, right? So this is exactly what the cold water and all this kind of things bring us to us. Uh, is this untamed nature of our human nature that has been surviving for thousands of years. So start to wake up this DNA of start to look at the world in a different way. Like, oh well, what about if I don't have a food? What should I do? What about if I don't have electricity? How I will survive? Then your mind start to work and to get more thinking about these kind of situations. So it's nothing negative, but I think that it's getting back the power that what they've been taking from us. Because when you real powerful person is a person who who can survive in every situation, who can adapt to every kind of situation. I think that's the our innate power that humans are being able to adapt to every kind of environment, to every kind of situation, and not just survive but thrive. And that's something that makes us human. So when have been very down with my confidence very low because of all the things I did, I felt like shit. I felt completely down. I felt like I had zero worth towards myself. So still something takes over from inside of me and drives me toward that kind of situation to get my power back, to get the power back I have inside. And not coming from this ego, yeah, I'm strong, no, But of course, I don't reject the ego. I think the ego is very important for survival and for going through limitations and overcome them. If I wouldn't have the ego, I wouldn't do so hard stuff. My ego is the one who pushed me. I'm like, am I ready for this? And then, but once I'm in that kind of experience, once I'm in the zone, for example, once I'm under the water, there is no ego. It's just me having a transcending experience, being in this kind of it's hard to describe, but it's like I get very high. I don't do it for just the health. I do it for the high. I get super high when I put my head under the water, and it just opened my heart and open all this to another level, and
Wow.
it's just amazing.
Yeah, it's really influencing me to try that. And I wanted to ask you something. For example, if I want to try it, and right now I'm only going under cold shower, so do I need to do something prior going into the lake? Because I have here a really great lake where I could go into the water. So could I just do it, or I need a preparation?
Yeah, when you go inside the water, you can just breathe deeply, and you can say, okay, I'm gonna do 5 deep breaths. You can say to yourself,
Uh-huh.
gonna do 5 deep breaths. Then once you get into the water, then you breathe, and then you're like, that's one, and then again, and you will realize that the cold is gone after a couple of breathing.
Mm.
The cold is gone.
So that's when I get into the water with my feet.
Yeah.
That's when I start the breathing.
No. When you are till here.
Oh, okay. So, but before entering, I tell myself that I'm going to breathe, and then I just go in, and then I start breathing.
Yeah, first you go in, it's cold, your body's gonna start to no. But you
Yeah.
say, just relax. calm down, and then once you are till the water here, you can say, I'm gonna breathe 3 times,
Okay.
and then you breathe. And this philosophy, what it teaches us is that when you have a stress, when you have a problem in your life, when you have pain, but in the moment that you get still and you breathe,
Mm,
it's gone, you know.
mm,
Because cold
mm,
is like a fear. So it,
mm,
it gets inside your body like fear. So for example, if you are a person who is very fearful, you're also gonna be a person who is very cold all the time.
mm.
So fear
Wow.
and cold goes hand by hand, because
Wow.
cold is like, it's uncomfortable. So fear is the same. It's very uncomfortable. It's like, you know, it's the same feeling.
Mm,
But when you breathe, the fear is gone and the cold is gone.
mm.
It's like I said, your body has much more resilience than you think. Your body is capable of much more than what you think.
I remember that's what I felt when I lost my mom. And the first time I was baking something and I opened the oven, and when that heat came, I felt so comfortable, like I wanted the warmth. And
Mm.
so I guess that's my body, my mental state, telling me that probably my body is stressed, and I need hug,
Yeah,
I need warmth.
exactly.
That's what I noticed. So now you're saying this, and you know what else? You mentioned stress, and I wanted to talk about that, because, as you said, how much they disconnected us from our true selves, just like we do to animals. We put them in cages and all of that. Yeah, I see that. I totally see that, how the system is built, that they take away the child from you, they put it in a system, put it in a school, then they just doctrinate him or her however they want, and they're actually are conditioning them so that they could go to another institution. I mean, here in America it's even more obvious. Like,
Mm.
the school bus and the prison bus is totally the same, just the color is different.
Wow.
It's
Yeah,
so obvious.
totally, totally.
Yeah, and they're given the lunch, and they're having the recess, they're in the fenced area. So, it's conditioning you to be imprisoned all the time. And then with COVID, it was even worse, where we were locked down, and they called it lockdown, like you're in your house. And I would always call, the buildings, how we have the apartments, and we're even like putting on our wish list to live in a beautiful apartment. I call them cells with a balcony. It's just that's how I see it. So I was starting to think like that we're truly, first we're imprisoned, and then we also have so much stress like never before. Like, my husband would say, my grandma wasn't stressing this much, and she had a lot of work,
Mm.
a lot of things to do to provide for her family and for her husband, and husband also. And they weren't stressing like this, and now we have heart attacks, we have all these different diseases, and people are just dying from so much stress. So I really do feel that by making that step toward nature. Oh yeah, and one more thing that is very important. We started to be grossed out of nature. A friend, one person that I know, he said, I don't like nature. I don't like even walking in it. I don't see the point. I get bored, then we don't see the point of getting dirty, then the smell of animals, it's horrible. Everything's started to be like gross and horrible. Everything that is related to nature. but actually in nature, that is where we find peace.
Totally.
Mm.
Yeah, and for example, in Spain, there is nature, but not so much nature as in Finland, for example. But in Finland,
Mm.
everything is forbidden. Some part to go with my dog without the leash in the forest is forbidden.
So,
I still do it, I don't care.
mm,
But I've been in the news because of this, and
I
they
saw
were,
that they're giving you the leash for
uh,
the dog. I'm like,
uh, uh,
and you were so good with your answers. It
uh.
was really good.
But yeah, I wanted to say about this thing about the cell, about the stress and everything. I've
Mm.
been realizing that basically, for example, you're with your husband, you have your kids, right? So basically, our family unit is being like 2 people, 3 people. Those are the people who we live with, who we share the time together, we do things together, we have support, right? You
Mhm.
know how it feels. You know how it feels for your body to have 40 people, 40 people supporting you and be there for you. Try to feel it in your body. Imagine you have 40 people. Hey, I'm here
Mhm.
for you. Whatever you need, I'm here. So this is the understanding that we're supposed to live in a tribe.
I agree.
When we live in a tribe, when we have the support of 40 people, 50 people, our nervous system relax
Mm.
automatically. We are not anymore in this panic. And another thing is that the ego, the ego is if you think about the ego, it's like it's me, right? Me. I need
Mhm.
to take care of me. I need to do this for me. I need to take everything for me. It's a self-defense mechanism. So basically, what happens when we are in this kind of society is that we become more egocentric, more narcissistic, because we only have ourselves. So we need to take care of ourselves. But it's very easy to heal this narcissistic. Of course, some people are chronic, but talking in general, it's just a self-defense mechanism because if you only have your husband and he cannot give you everything you need, or imagine the support of 40 people into one person. It's a lot of support.
Yes,
For
and a
one
lot of
person,
pressure
it's
on
a lot of.
him.
Exactly.
Mhm. Mhm.
If we live in a tribe, we don't have that need. We have 40 people, and from each one, we have different kind of
Mhm.
support and different kind of things that we able to share and to give to each other. And that's exactly what brings our nervous system down. That's
Mhm.
why I would love to create a tribe in the future
Mhm.
where we can live 24/7 and we all training together. We prepare ourselves to empower ourselves physically, mentally, emotionally, and we have fun together.
I would love that because we were
Well,
actually, like looking for. I mean, right now we are here, and in a way, we have to be here so that we can, be done with our
hello. So
with this
cute.
phase. Or yeah, she's life. She's cutie.
Mm,
So that we could have this phase of our life done and complete, but we're definitely moving toward that, because
mm,
we were looking into some tribes in Costa Rica, then in
mm,
Alaska also. So we found two that are really living in a beautiful harmony. So to create something like that, that's truly our dream. Definitely our dream, because we also do believe that, like that, That's the true revolution. If you want
Totally.
to, make a protest towards
Unity.
society, make a unity,
Unity.
and
Unity.
yes, yes, and go and
And live
create something
sustainable.
together.
Exactly. You don't need to protest. You don't need to go to the street to fight the police. Just survive with yourself, with the people, and create something.
Yes,
I
yes.
also like the idea of Costa Rica. It's been in my
Mm,
mind.
yeah,
I've
I
been
mean, they kind of already set up some things over there, so it could be a good option. Yeah.
I've been wondering all the time. Like I want this, but I've been thinking where?
Mm,
Because in Finland, I love Finland, but I think that the winter is gonna be very hard.
yes, yes. Just
And
like
also we are
Alaska.
next.
I'm like, okay, Alaska, it's beautiful. I really would like, I mean, I wanted like to try it for 1 year so that I could, like spend the whole year and see how it feels. But like to really live there, I'm not sure if I could. So we would have to make somewhere stationary where we could be and stay.
Alaska has a lot of more wild. There is more
Um,
wild,
yes,
a lot of
yes,
animals, a lot of stuff there. Mountains.
yes.
But but yeah, I've been thinking about the same. But what I'm gonna do without cold water? Huh?
Oh yeah, you put ice in
what,
a lot of
what I'm
ice.
gonna do? Yeah,
Well, then maybe Serbia would be a good option. We already have a big land in Serbia. We were planning over there too. I mean, also maybe we could have like that, like two places where we
two
could be.
places.
Some yes, yes.
Two
But
places.
I mean that's something to think about and write about. So do oh hi, look he has a dog. Oh, it's so cutie. Nala, hi Nala. Here, look.
Hi, hi. Yeah, when I'm too much in the computer, she started to take my
Well,
attention.
they're just like my child. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm confused that my dog and my cat are not here already. Well, you know what? If we want to try to post this, maybe we should keep it below 1 hour. So now we're at
Yeah, yeah.
somewhere around 53 minutes, and it was a great talk. Really, I
Yeah,
I
thank you. It was
enjoyed
very
it.
nice.
Yes, I enjoyed it because we covered so much and many different topics. So this is truly something that people can enjoy. Hopefully I will be able to save it and everything goes well.
Mhm.
I'll try my best to do that. Our dog's name is Joy. Yeah, our dog's
Ah,
name is
joy.
Joy. Yes.
Well,
And this is Zoe. Zoe means eternal life in Greek.
so in Greek.
In Greek, yeah,
Wow,
that's a Greek word.
nice.
Yes, 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 it came to me. That name just came to me. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm sure that in Serbia there is a lot of mix with Greece, Turkish,
Yes, yes, yes.
uh, also these Persians, I guess. Persians.
Persians could be. I would have to check that, but I
Mm.
know that we have a lot of mix, and also what I can tell you about Serbia that it is really strong energy and really
Mm.
good like hospitality. I mean, you have probably experienced it when you were, but you
Yeah,
were
yeah,
only in Montenegro,
totally.
right?
I was in Serbia. I was in Serbia. I went to Niš,
Ah,
and then I
oh,
went
that's my
to.
hometown.
Oh, really? It
Yeah.
was very beautiful. Very beautiful.
Oh, nice. There.
Wow.
Wow.
You're from Niš.
Yes.
It was amazing. And then I went to
Interesting.
Belgrade also, and then I took the train from Belgrade to Montenegro, which it
Oh,
was like a
wow.
dream. I've been dreaming for a long time to go to Serbia. I think
Wow.
that
Look at him.
I have some past life or something there. The
Interesting.
energy is been calling me always very strong.
Wow. Wow. Well, there, then maybe we can build our community there. As I told you, we already
Yeah, I
have a land.
mean, that will be an option. Like, that would be a
Yeah.
great option. I just need more nature. I don't know. I haven't seen
Mm.
so much nature there, but I'm sure there is.
Oh, well, where we have land, you should check out that place because that's
Really?
around Zlatibor area. Tara,
Mm,
Zlatibor. I'll send you and you'll see. But let's
send
round up
me.
here and we can talk later. It
Yeah.
was really, really good to see you and to talk to you. And I wish you all the best. And I really hope that we can still create something together.
Thank you. Thank you. That will be great. It's a pleasure. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Sure, sure thing. Okay. Well, goodbye from us and see you next week. And hopefully, as we said, we are going to do some more things together and,
Totally.
going towards achieving that new community first online, and then
That
when
will
we get
be
together it will
amazing.
explode.
That will be amazing. I'm
All
ready.
right,
I'm ready.
I'm ready too.
Uh,
Okay, bye.
Take care. Bye.